Yo guys, Jarek the Gaming Dragon here doing a demo actually. I'm going to be playing the demo for Bodycount that they just released for Xbox Live and PlayStation Network. I don't think they released it on PC. Anyway, first thing you see is this upgrade type thing. You get explosive rounds in this in the demo, and it looks like you're going to be able to get other upgrades as well as you progress through the game. In short, all that really means for explosive rounds in this game is that the bullets are stronger. That's really all it means.
From what we can tell, it's the militia who struck first, massacring an army column. Our main concern is the deaths of several pro-peace individuals on both sides. We need to find out why. The militia unit responsible for the massacre is here, in Tasanga City. Intel suggests it would be worth paying their commander a visit.
So, first thing I noticed, you can't aim down the sights. There is absolutely no iron sights, and on top of that, when you're aiming, you can't walk. At all. And I changed the sensitivity a lot, kind of back and forth in this game. The sensitivity, the aiming, everything in this game just feels very stiff and awkward. It feels like it should be on the PC. It honestly does. It feels so strange to try to play it. And I didn't know if they were on my team or the other team, so kind of waited. And that's what happens if you aim down the sight. You can't walk. You lean. It's a leaning thing. It's like extra cover. It's like they were too lazy to add a cover system into the game. Anyway, I didn't know they weren't on my team until they started shooting at me. I was like, oh shit, take that. But yeah, you can't walk while you're aiming down the sights. It's incredibly frustrating. And ultimately, the demo, it felt okay. It felt fun. As you see me moving all over the place, I'm trying to walk as I'm aiming down the sights, and it's just not working.
Steal intel for the militia.
But yeah, that's ultimately something that really annoys me about this, is that you can't walk while you're aiming, and there's no iron sights. In the game today, if you're trying to push the tactical action things of like guns are really cool and all that, you kind of have to have iron sights. It's just really, at this point, there's almost no excuse for it. It's just you need to have it. If you don't, don't try to push the tactical shooter thing because it just doesn't match anymore. Really, there's not much excuse for it. And this lean, I really hate that stupid lean option. There should be completely different buttons, like press the D-pad or something to lean, or press the bumpers to lean, or something entirely different, instead of holding down aim and leaning. Now, ultimately, I mean, don't start judging the game immediately. We immediately came across a glitch, by the way, that thing just tweaking out in the corner. And knife is B, FYI. I thought games got away from that forever ago. I always change it to boxer and make melee be the left trigger, or something entirely different, because B is too far to push. You have to let go of the aiming and push B. So there's a lot of things in this game that just don't feel polished. And the engine itself, it looks just like an upgraded version of the Black engine. It doesn't look very good, to be quite frank. I mean, the graphics are almost shitty. They really don't look great. As I totally demolish someone with a shotgun. And destructible environment and all that and everything. It's just, everything doesn't really look that good, to be frank. Now the game was actually somewhat fun. Once I got adjusted to the weird aiming bullshit style, I have a feeling that in multiplayer people just aren't going to aim. They're just going to run around and start shooting everywhere, because once you start aiming you can't move and you just lean. Or people are just going to hold the lean button and lean around corners and camp and wait for you to walk around the corner. This is just going to create a lot of problems multiplayer-wise. This is probably a game, ultimately, I'm most likely going to torrent and beat it, then delete it. And like I said, it is somewhat fun. It has its problems. It's probably worth renting and beating it, but I don't see this.
If he puts up a fight, the network's authorized you to put him down. We need you alive more than him.
This is where they tell you can throw grenades. Whoop. There we go. What was I gonna say? Yeah, ultimately, it's a game that really could be more fun if it had iron sights, a cover system, and not this stupid lean thing. If it had all that, honestly, I would not really be complaining about this game that much. I don't know. This is just a demo. Don't get your hopes up. Try not to judge this game off the demo. Things might change. I mean, demos aren't definite. They're just kind of, they're there. Ultimately, I really do hate demos. I'm not a big fan of demos, just because it gets people hyped up for this game, and the demo will either make the game look really good or really bad. I mean, a good example of that, Mirror's Edge. That game in the demo was fun as hell, and I was really excited for it. It just looked like a really fun game. And then it came out, and it wasn't bad. It was just nowhere near as good as the demo was. Not even close. Look at all these orbs on the ground, damn. Something I didn't figure out till later. The incendiary rounds, you push over on the D-pad, and that bar in the bottom left, that just slowly starts going down. When you're using incendiary rounds or explosive rounds, as I missed the barrel, when you're using explosive rounds, you never have to reload. Until that bar is gone, you can keep shooting, and you charge that up by killing people and picking up these orbs. See, I'm full, and I didn't quite understand that because they didn't really explain it in the demo, because, well, it's a demo. So yeah, but like I said, try not to judge it too much. There's a lot of things that do frustrate me about it, but I don't know if they're going to stay around till the end. They might not, they might, who knows. Like I said, either way, I'm gonna torrent it, try it, play it. I don't know if I'll buy it eventually. I mean, if it really impresses me on the final build, maybe I'll buy it, but if it stays this way, I don't think I will. But it doesn't seem absolutely horrible. But it is very apparent that this is pretty much just an upgraded version, as I just failed at throwing a grenade. And then I threw mines and killed myself. I pushed the left bumper because I'm so used to Halo Reach, I tried to sprint away by pushing the left bumper. I didn't know that was bound to anything, and apparently the left bumper is bound to mines. And the mines in this are so fucking pointless, because you lob them literally a foot in front of you, and then they just blow up. There is no use to the mines at all. What was I even talking about now? Oh yeah, the game. Like I said, try not to get too many judgments out of it. In general, it is sort of fun. I enjoyed the demo. Granted, I'm complaining a lot. I enjoyed the demo. It's just I really wish I could aim and move at the same time, because I'm used to. It just makes it very hard to aim when you can't move as you're looking down the side. So we're aiming down the gun, Fear style. And, see, in Fear, that doesn't really bother me that there's no iron sights in the first Fear, because it was a lot more action-packed, it was a lot faster-paced, and a lot of the time you didn't even use your iron sights, really. A lot of the time you didn't even aim. It just went with the flow of the game very well, and also it was an older game, and it was kind of back when that wasn't, you know, sort of standard to have. So, I don't know. Like I said, I'm complaining a lot about it. There's a lot of things I could fix in this. But it is, after all, just a demo. We don't know how it's going to play out in the end. But a demo generally means that the game is getting close to being finished. Things aren't definite, but maybe they will change it. Who knows? But if you want to give it a chance yourself with the demo, it is on Xbox 360 and PlayStation Network. They don't have the demo out on PC, unfortunately. I don't even know if this game is coming out on PC. If it isn't coming out on PC, well then fuck it. I don't care, to be frank, because it just, meh. I hate it when people do that. They just completely ignore PC, and a lot of games have been doing it as of late. Ooh, being lit up by everyone. I do like the destructible environment and everything, but I don't know, this game feels very blackish when it comes to the weapons. You can demolish walls by walking into them in this game. It's just like Vegas and Windows. But yeah, this game feels very blackish when it comes to the guns, where everything is supposed to be, look at my cool flashy gun, shoot. See, that's the fucking mines I'm talking about. You throw them, and you barely throw them anywhere. I didn't realize what I did the first time. I figured maybe I threw a flashbang and it somehow killed me or something, but no, it's just mines that you lob right in front of you. It's fucking pointless and useless, and it just hurts you half the time. What was I saying? I completely lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, it's very blackish. I mean, it's obvious that it looks like it's running a later version of the Black Engine. It doesn't look very good, but it keeps that kind of guns are cool mentality. I mean, the guns don't react too realistically, but at least the guns feel like they have some power to them. They do feel like they punch down the enemies, and the guns really are fun to use. But it's sort of annoying how they're pushing the whole tactical, look at me, this gun is so cool, look at my gun, woo. I just kind of hate it when people do that. See, Vegas has it right, where they made the guns, you know, realistic, fun to use, and strong, but they didn't like make them flashy. They just made them, you know, like guns should be. Like, that's just kind of how it is. But in this game, it's just sort of like showing them in your face, like all shiny, and look at these cool guns and whatnot. And, you know, I do hate that, but I do, in general, like I said, I did like the guns. The guns are really fun to use. As I fail at throwing a grenade. The guns, in general, just really, they are fun to use. Like I said, they pack a punch. The destructible environments, everything about it. There's a lot of good things about the game as well. Like, I've complained a lot about it, but there's ultimately a lot of good things about the game, and if they polish it out a little bit, it might end up being a really fun game. So, like I said, don't get your opinions off demos. Games can change, and demos can also hype up something that is nowhere near as good as the demo was. I mean, like I said, Mirror's Edge, great example. Oh, and there's this guy, and I tried to throw out mines and actually have them be useful, but ultimately it wasn't of any use because he didn't walk over them. So I just want to have some mines, and you don't throw them anywhere, you just throw them at your feet. That really helps me a whole lot. And here I just used the incendiary ammo because I just realized I had it, and it really does help. And you see how it's just kind of draining off the bottom left? That's just how much ammo you have, and you have an infinite magazine. And you see it recharges when you pick up the mags. And I couldn't pick up that gun. I tried to pick up the machine gun, but nope, I couldn't. But yeah, infinite mag when you're using incendiary ammo or explosive ammunition or whatever the hell they called it. Because I broke down another door. What's this guy? Oh, there he is. Oh, best headshot I've ever gotten. You know, if they're gonna try to push the whole guns are cool type mentality in this game, they could at least make the reloading animations realistic. Like, you don't need to cock the gun every single time and just stuff like that, you know. Like I said, I've said this multiple times. If it's on PC, I will give it a try. If it's on 360, I'm probably just going to completely ignore it unless one of my friends gets it and I'll like borrow it for a day or something like that. But I don't know. It was fun enough to maybe continue playing it. I honestly wasn't too impressed by Black when Black came out, and I honestly am not too impressed by this, but again, 5th time I believe I said this, demo. I really want to stress that, just because I hate it when people just say I didn't get it because the demo wasn't good. Like, the Vegas 2 demo was pretty bad, to be frank. Like, they just did a really bad job as I break down the door I just broke down the wall by stepping into it. But yeah, the Vegas 2 demo was not fun. But Vegas 2 in general was a really great game and was really fun. So I don't know. On top of that, when it comes to Vegas 2...
The militia's supposed to be low-tech, pretty much no electronics. But this commander has encrypted GPS? Ah, I've got some coordinates out of it. Let's check them, see what's so important it needs this sort of technology. It's gonna get messier out there, though. The army's attacking to retake the city.
As I was saying, things with certain games and demos, though, some games in general have a hell of a lot more of a learning curve than other games do. So a demo for that game may not be as fun because you're new to it, and you might just rage quit and then say, I don't want to play the final copy. Like, if you play a Bad Company 2 demo that was online, you might not want to go buy Bad Company 2 because there's a little bit of a learning curve to Bad Company 2. So I don't know, maybe that's just kind of depends on the game. But by the end of this, once I got used to the aiming and what I was doing and all that, I was still kind of new to it, but I was having some fun. It's not horrible. I just killed myself again by trying to throw mines. I hate the mines in this game. It's so pointless. But at least I didn't go too far before dying. You know, the only times I died in this game is when I killed myself. That's really it. The difficulty felt good, actually. It didn't feel too hard. It didn't feel too easy. There was a good balance between the two. It did feel a little hectic, and I didn't really know what I was doing, but again, this is the first time I had ever played this. You know, I don't know if this game will be on PC or not. I gotta look that up, see if it will be or won't be. I don't know how the multiplayer is going to play out. As I said, the multiplayer is just probably going to end up being a lot of run and gun bullshit, and you know, all the weapon upgrades and pickups and stuff. That's... The weapon pickups, I imagine that's really not going to help the game at all. Man, there was like 3 people standing within each other. What was that? But yeah, as I was saying, like the incendiary ammo, it's probably going to be after you kill 5 people or so. You're going to be able to use incendiary ammo for a while and stuff like that. I don't see that turning out good. I really don't. As you see, there's some textures that pop up. Like I said before, the engine doesn't look that good. I mean, the graphics are passable, but they really could be a lot better. I mean, at least they're not as bad as, say, Rainbow Six Vegas. But ultimately, the game is what comes out to be what's fun. So, I mean, it could have bad graphics as long as it's acceptable and the gameplay is fun. I guess that's all that matters. As I'm using incendiary rounds or explosive ammunition, whatever the hell it is, to kill these guys. So there was just people everywhere around here. At least the gun sound effects sound okay. Again, like I said before, I'm kind of interested how they're going to do the multiplayer in this game. I thought that guy was dead. But yeah, I'm very interested in how they're going to do the multiplayer for this game. I don't know what they can do with that lean. I see that as being a problem. People are just going to camp around corners, or they're just not going to use it. Then again, at the same time, I kind of had that feeling about Vegas. Like, people were just going to use the cover system and camp around the corner, which in Vegas 1 a lot of people did, and then when they made Vegas 2 more fast-paced, as I'm starting to get lit up by everyone out there and running behind cover, but in Vegas 2 when they made it more fast-paced, it kind of got rid of people camping, and it wasn't really as much of a problem anymore, but it made the complete opposite. People ran around and they didn't really use tactics, especially on the 360 version. And then you got people like me that will actually use tactics, and they will always win. As I take out that sniper, I didn't realize there was explosives up there until a little bit too long. Also, they really like to throw the lighting in your face. I'm sorry, but G36s aren't that shiny. Polymer doesn't shine like that in the sun. And there we go. So that's the end of the demo. The demo probably is going to take you around 15 minutes if you're taking my time like I was, or killing yourself like I was. Pretty cool demo. You want to go check it out. I saw the replay thing. I pushed Y. And I thought replay meant like theater mode, but no, it just meant if you want to replay the demo, so that kind of disappointed me. I was like, oh sweet, a replay mode, but nope. And as you can see, once again, they're pushing the guns in your face going, have fun with these guns, they're really cool. But no, go check it out if you want to. Game's not out yet, so I can't say anything about it. Anyway, there's Body Count, and I'll see all you guys later.